Hey folks, we're back here again. We got two different items. This one is called the First Year's Massaging Action Teether. This one we had gotten when our 2-year-olds were quite young. This does say for ages 6 months and up. We got it after that, more when they were like getting closer to eating food. And the cool thing about this, we've done some different research and gotten some information from some OTs about how kids need to have that oral stimulation for especially when they're eating and when they're teething and trying to figure out how their mouth works and what they can put in it and what they can hold in there and how much and that kind of thing. And so we got this. There are a lot of different other items out there that are a lot more expensive. We looked at the Z Vibe, and that was, I want to say, like $150 for kind of like the basic kit that you can get. It has interchangeable tips and all sorts of different things that you can do with that, which is great. And for different kiddos out there, I'm sure that would be very beneficial for them. But we decided we'd just go ahead and use this first and see how that worked. The great thing about this, we got this one at Walmart, but you can get this on Amazon as well. It's only $7. So if it works for your kiddo, that's awesome. And if it doesn't, you're only out $7. It's kind of cool though, because it does have this back part here, which is kind of like a rattle. It's very easy for the kids to hold on to. You have 3 points, and actually ours is a little bit broken. So you have to be a little bit careful with that as your kids get older. If they bite down too hard or with their teeth and stuff, you can crack the plastic, it sounds like, inside this. But it has 3 points on here with different textures for them to kind of play with their mouth and everything, and kind of, again, understand and get that feeling in their mouth of different textures and different movement of their tongue and their lips and all that kind of stuff. But each one of these different points, when they bite down on it, it just vibrates a little bit. I'm sure you probably can do like that, if you can kind of hear that a little bit. It's not super strong, but it definitely is enough for them to kind of feel a little bit and not overpower them, but give them that stimulation that they're looking for. I would definitely suggest this, even if your kids don't have a lot of sensory issues or eating issues or anything. This is just a really cool item to get for your kids to kind of just play with. It's meant to be chewed on, it's meant to be bitten, and it'll give them that feedback that they might be looking for. And then you also, again, have a rattle part on there, so they have that sound and everything, and then it's really, again, easy for them to grip onto. It's nice and big for their small hands to fit inside and grab onto. You could probably clip this to their outfit or their, pack and play or car seat. You can have that so that, they don't lose it. They can pull it back up if they're a little bit older. But this, I would definitely suggest checking into this if you see any tendencies of your kids, even if they don't, again, have sensory issues. This is just great for them to kind of reinforce their learning and mouth development. So that is the First Year's Massaging Action Teether. Again, that we found it on Amazon as well, but you can get them at, I think, most Walmarts, probably most Targets as well. The next thing here, this is just a little handheld massager that we got at, I think, like TJ Maxx or something, but you can also get these on Amazon as well. The one I found, it was only like $12. I think this we got on sale right after Christmas for probably about half that, like $5 to $6. Super inexpensive. We got this because our youngest son was having a lot of issues with regulating, especially in very tense times. If he wasn't being understood, he would resort to screaming all the time. And someone had suggested, if we had like our washing machine going in the spin cycle, try sticking him on that and see if the vibration would help him. We did do that one time. We actually were able to catch it in a screaming fit and everything, and it definitely did help him. And we had talked to some therapists afterwards, and they kind of gave us some explanation as to that, kind of that shaking motion. helps the kids to kind of re-regulate their brain. And it made a lot of sense actually, because we had thought back and we used to have this little kind of bouncing baby seat that he would love to sit in, and it actually had a little vibrating function on there, and he would many times fall asleep in that when he wouldn't want to fall asleep any other place. So we got this little guy because we figured that this would be nice for him. He could actually, as he got older, he could carry this around himself and kind of get that input, or we could kind of use this for him, put it on his chest or on his back or even on his bottom to kind of get that vibrating, shaking to help him regulate a little bit. The only problem with this guy is really, again, meant for sore muscles and stuff, and because of that, it's a lot harder to squeeze it down to actually get it to activate. What would probably be better in this situation is one that just had a switch to go on and off. We thought this would be nice because he could actually do it himself as opposed to like having a switch, and so he could like press it against his chest and like activate it and have it go. But it's a little bit more intense also, especially more intense than this, and even more intense than just like the spin cycle on the washing machine, feeling, which is a little bit more gentle than this. This is pretty aggressive when it came to trying to regulate him. So we ended up not using this, but if you can find anything that's a little bit gentler and you have a kiddo that needs that regulation, you may try to check something like this out, especially if they get a little bit older and they figure out that they can use it themselves, and again, like put it on their chest or something, or if they have like a weighted vest, you could like have it be attached to that kind of thing, just to help them feel that feedback that they're looking for, to help them get their brain to kind of focus back into the reality again. So I'll leave the description for, I found one again similar to this on Amazon, and I did find this one. I believe this one we got cheaper again at Walmart, but I'll leave links to both of these in the description. And then let us know if you have any comments about any of these, if you've tried this on your kiddo before, and if it worked and showed good results like what we had with our kiddos, and if you found anything else that has helped your kiddos. We've heard of also like these different chairs that are very specialized for kids with like maybe like autism or Asperger's, that it's very comforting, like almost like a enclosure kind of chair, but it's they're very specialized, and we've heard that some of those they'll actually have a unit in there that'll vibrate the whole chair to help them again regulate as they sit in it. We might do a video on that later as well, although ours is pretty thrashed right now. Might need to get a new cover for it pretty soon. But yeah, let us know if you've had any experience with any of this kind of stuff, and then stay tuned for more videos just like this.